Okay, I think the recording is started. Can you see that? Can you please confirm from your side?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am, it's recording.
Okay, sure. Now let me share my page. Okay, can you see the chapter number 3 on the screen? Can you view my screen, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, this is the.
Yes, ma'am.
I request you guys to open the textbook on your screens. It is page number 124. I want to go into the textbook, but I will go on to the whiteboard so that I can explain you clearly how these concepts will work. So today I'm going to catch up from page number 124 to page number, just to let you know, up until page number 124 to page number 133. This is the concepts of what I'm going to cover with you guys. So please make sure that you go through that page 124 to 133. Today I'm going to cover. Let me go on to my whiteboard, right? Okay, can you view my whiteboard, guys?
Yes.
Okay. All right. The input-output stream. Let us understand what is your input and output stream. Can you view my screen, guys? Please confirm one more time. Can you view my screen? Okay.
No.
Right. No. Spilele, you can see. Okay, majority of the people are saying they can see my screen. So I assume that you. Can you see?
Okay.
Can we view? Can you view my screen?
It's skip. Yeah, I think you need to skip.
Okay, may I start, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. Your chapter number 3 is talking about input-output stream. So let me take you to and fro from chapter 1 and chapter 2. I'm going to.
Sorry, I cannot access your screen. It's black.
Zulu, the rest of the people, I think you must check your network. If most of the people are, I got all are saying that they can view. Guys, can you please confirm? Yes, someone is raising hand. You can go ahead. I can't see if I'm on the screen. So Sibo, yes. Okay, Mr. Zulu, I think seems like most of the people can view my screen. Let me go ahead. I will share with you the recording so you might able to see that, or you can restart your Teams. Okay, guys, input output stream. When I discussed with you in chapter number 1, saying that this is your input, your data is going into your CPU, which is your central processing unit. And from there, you are going to go into the output screen, right? So this is what I have discussed with you. This is your storage. This is your external storage, right? Within that, you got your ALU and you got your main memory. So this is what I explained to you. So obviously there is a data moving from input to your CPU, and also data is moving from CPU to output and backwards as well. So what am I saying is it's a input output stream is a nothing but it's a sequence of characters, sequence of characters or sequence of information that is flowing through the system. That is why it is very important for us to have your input and your output values. The streaming is nothing but a flow of information. Flow of info, that means flow of data. That is what we are talking about. So basically input output stream is nothing but input stream and the output stream. Input stream is from input, which is your keyboard, to your CPU, which is your hard disk, and from hard disk to your output is your output screen, which takes the information. It carries a sequence of characters from one point to the another point. This is the meaning of your input output stream. Am I clear? Am I clear, guys?
Screen.
What happened, guys?
Yes, very lost screen. It's not appearing.
It's not appearing.
Yes.
For all of you.
Ma'am, I can see your screen.
Pelele can see.
Yeah, I think it's a network issue, ma'am.
So what you want me to do?
There's nothing you can do, ma'am.
Okay. Wait a minute.
Maybe try pressing that whiteboard is being shared open. There's a pop-up that you're supposed to follow. Uzul, try and access that. It will take you to the whiteboard being shared.
No, I'm trying to share with you on a PowerPoint. That's what I'm trying to do now. Wait a minute. I will use, maybe I should. You know what? What I will do is I will share my PowerPoint rather than chapter number 3. Can you view now? I'll explain it here.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you know why what is happening? Whiteboard takes more data than a PowerPoint. That is why you guys are not able to view this, but it's fine. Now, are you okay? Are you okay, guys?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
It's fine now.
Perfect.
Okay. Let me go into Give me 1 second. I wanted to have your. Okay. All right. Now, can you see? I will explain with my pen now here. If you can see here, input output screen, which is nothing but sequence of characters. Bytes is nothing but it's a sequence of characters from source to the destination. I told you in chapter number 1, the block diagram, you got your input, you'll go from here to CPU and from here to your output. So this is your source and this is your destination. So what are you doing here? You are passing the information from input source to the output source via using your CPU, where in CPU you are going to perform your arithmetic, logical and all other performances or any other operations that you need to perform, you are going to perform there, and then you send the data to your output screen. So hence the input output is nothing but it's a sequence of characters or a bytes. Each character is nothing but one byte. Each character is equals to 1 byte. That means every punch that you do on the keyboard, it's equals to 1 byte. And that's how you are going to send the input to the output. Input is nothing but is your keyboard and output is your screen. Okay. At the same time, if you can see that what is a stream, it's a sequence of characters from source to the destination. That is you call your stream. So we discussed about the input output. We discussed about the stream. They all are going to carry some amount of data from one point to the another point. Input is going to take only the characters from your keyboard to your CPU, and output is going to take the values from your CPU to the output screen, which is your screens. Am I clear, guys, with this?
Yes.
All right. Let's go to the next one. Now, if I wanted to use the input output string, which header file am I supposed to use? I'm supposed to use IO stream in order for me to allow to extract the values or the keywords, which is your C in, C out, and your end L. Okay, what is your end L? End of the line. You are telling the compiler that you are completed with that line. You are going to the next line. That is end of the line instruction given to you. And now input output stream is again divided into two things, I stream and O stream. I stream is nothing but you are taking the information from your input to the CPU, which is your input stream, which we call it as a I stream. Output stream is for from output from your CPU to the output screen, which is your screen to display your values. In order for me to use that, I stream is nothing but is your C in and O stream is nothing but is your C out. Am I clear? So that is what they are explained here. C in stands for the common input and C out stands for the common output values, which is going to take your I stream and your O stream. Okay. Now, just now I told you, in order for you to include your C in and your C out, what are you going to use? Your hash include IO string. Okay, so hash include IO stream must be used in order for you to use your C in and C out. So in order for you to do the variable declaration, some people does in this manner, but for us, we are not going to declare all these things. We are simply going to use this and you will use your functions as C in and C out. There is no need for you to use this variable declaration, which is similar to, instead of you doing this, some people use this kind of information, this kind of declaration. So for now, let's stick to the first one, hash include IO string. Okay, C in is always written as two greater than symbols. Okay, this greater than symbol is called your extraction operator. The job of this operator is to extract the values from the output screen, bring it onto your CPU for the processing. That is the purpose of your cin. So the syntax to write cin is always going to be written cin with a two greater than symbols. These two greater than symbols are called extraction operator. Okay, similarly with the C out, you are going to, okay, I'll come back to this page. Similarly with your C out, oh, okay, we'll discuss that later. Yes, in C in, there is no difference between a single C in and a multiple C in. That means when you got two variables, two or more variables, you can write C in X and Y and CH. That means you can call as many variables you want by separating with this extraction operator. Cin is also going to skip all the white spaces. We'll see this with the examples. Why am I saying that it skips all the white space characters with an example? So the rules for the cin is it always written in a cin two greater than symbol. This greater than symbols are called extraction operator, and you can declare your variables after that. As many variables that you declare, you have to input on the output screen those many number of characters or the values. Okay, the second point is it skips, very key point, it skips all the white spaces. White spaces is nothing but if there is any blanks, if any non-printable characters, for example, hash or ampersand or at the rate, those are called non-printable characters. So all those things, it is going to be excluded. It's going to be skipped by the cin. Right. I hope you remember this. Character, it takes 1 byte of memory. Every one single punch is nothing but is one character, and it is going to take 1 byte of memory. Int, it's going to take all the positive and the negative values, but only the whole numbers, which is going to take 4 bytes of memory. Then you got your double, which is a decimal, which will take the plus or minus all the values with the decimal values. And if there is an integer, it will convert that integer into double, because I told you in chapter number 2 that integer or a float values will be overridden by your double value. Hence, it is going to, the input is converted into the decimal values with the 0 decimal part. Right. Now, let me ask you a question that, let's assume that this is an example given to you. When you got a variables int a comma b, double is a z and character is ch1 and ch2 and ch, right? If you got a statement which is got c in ch, right? How many values are you supposed to input on the output screen? Can anyone tell me that? How many values are you supposed to input if I write C in CH, and what type of input value you are required to put? Anyone? Can anyone tell me how many input values am I supposed to input? How many variables am I reading here, guys? Are you there, guys? Hello?
Yes, ma'am. We are here. Isn't it A?
We are here.
I'm asking you how many input values are you supposed to input on the output screen? Remember, we did a program which is your test 1, calculate the average mark of a student. We said that test 1, test 2, test 3, test 4. In that case, what have you written? C in test 1. Do you remember that program? Test 2, then test 3. If I wrote like this, what does it mean? You are supposed to include 3 values for your test 1, test 2, test 3. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes.
So now when I'm asking that you are supposed to, you got C in CH, what am I supposed to insert? Only one. what kind of data are supposed to be inputting. Here I said test 1, test 2, test 3. That means I either going to input declaration, right? Here my C in CH is declared as a character data type. So you are expected to include only a character data type, right? Am I right or not?
Yes.
You are right, miss.
Right. So how it is going to store your value? CH equals to, because it is a character data type, it is going to take in a single quotes. Okay. But now look at in the second case, what is happening? Same thing you have written. Same thing you have written. There is no difference. Can you see that? You wrote
Yes.
C and CH, but you are inputting two values there. You cannot read because the CH is declared as a character data type. Character data type is nothing but 1 byte of memory. 1 byte is nothing but only one punch that you are going to only one time you are going to punch on the keyboard. But when you are inputting the value AB, that means you are doing 2 times. Can you see that?
Yes.
So in that case,
Yes.
how is my compiler is going to take the value? Then what happens is my compiler is going to take CH value because it is a character. It is going to take a value of A in a single quotation and the B will be kept for the next cycle to run. That's why they said that B is held for the later input. All right. Then the next C in A. A is the integer data type. What kind of data am I supposed to input? Only 48. So it is going to take the value of 48. No. Again, in the next case, can you see every question is tricking in the next 10? Fourth one is again C in A. A is declared as a integer data type, but what is the value that I'm inputting? It's a double value I'm including 46.35. In that case, what compiler will do? It is going to take only the integer value of 46.35 and 0.35. It is going to keep for the next input. So it is not going to take 46.35. It will take only the integer value of that particular variable. Am I clear?
Yes.
Then the fifth one, input is 74.35. It is Z is declared as a double, so I have no issue. The Z value is going to be stored as 74.35. In sixth one, can you see Z value is I'm inputting as 39. Remember, I just now said that the C in extraction operator is going to skip all the white spaces and it is going to override. If it is declared as a double, it is going to override over any value that you include as an integer or a float. So it is going to take the value of 39.0. Am I clear?
Yes, miss.
Then the seventh one, C in Z and A. Now you are allowed to include multiple values like your test 1, test 2, test 3. So what is the value Z you supposed to include? It's a double value and A supposed to be your integer value. So you got your 65.78 is your double value and A is equals to 38, which is going to store your integer value. Same goes with question number 8. A is a B. A is a value 4, B value is equals to 60. Both are integer values, no hassles. Point number 9, A is an integer data type, which is going to take 57. CH is a character, which is going to take A, which is a character. Z is going to take 26.9. Now, can you see in the 10th one, same values are inputted, but 26.9 is brought to the next line. I said C in extraction operator is not going to worry about any space. It will skip all the spaces. It will skip all the next lines. It will only take the values. Hence, A is going to take a 57. CH is going to take capital A, Z is going to take 26.9. So there won't be any issues. 11th one, same values written on 3 different lines. Again, C in extraction operator skips all the white spaces, hence it will take the value. 12th one also, even though if you don't put any blank spaces, it will still take the values as per your declaration. Am I clear, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
13 is Z is declared as a double value. So no problem, 36.78. CH is going to be B. A is equals to 34 because they are going as per the declaration. 14th, they gave you the space. That means B and 34 is written in the next line. Again, reason being is C in extraction operator skips all the white spaces. So it's not going to worry about. But look at question number 15. You declared three variables A, B, and a Z, but you are inputting only two values. You are supposed to input how many values? Three values. So the compiler is going to take the value of A is equals to 11, B is equals to 34, and it will wait up until you enter your third value. It is not going to move out of your output screen. That's why it says that computer waits for the next number. Yeah.
Sorry, ma'am.
Yes.
Can you please repeat the line number 14? That one which has a correct and
Line number 14, you got Z. Look, what is the difference between the 13 and the 14? Is there any difference for you? Is there any difference between 13 and 14?
there is a different point. The other one is got just on the same line, and the other one is got on the other line.
Yes. So I told you C in extraction operator, meaning C in this operator is going to skip all the white spaces, no matter whether you write all in one line or write it in two lines or write it in three lines, whether you write with a space, without a space, it's not going to take into the consideration. It will take only the values that are typed there. That is why you will get for both 13 and 14 same answers. If you can see the answers on the right hand side, Z equals to 36.78, CH equals to B, A is equals to 34. Here you got no spaces. Here you have written in two lines because of C in extraction operator is going to skip all the white spaces.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
What are your white spaces? I explained you in chapter number 2, which is your tabs, blank spaces, your space, your enter. All these things are your white spaces, which is also called as escape sequences. Is it clear, guys?
Yes.
Okay. Now, question number 16, question number 15, I explained to you, the compiler is going to wait.
Sorry, miss.
Yes, dear.
Sorry, miss. Can you repeat number 15?
I'm repeating 15. Okay, question number 15, what does it say? A, B, and Z. You're supposed to give three values, right? However, you inputted only two values. My compiler is going to wait up until you enter my third value. It is not going to come out of your output screen up until you enter your third value. Are you with me? That is why it will take the value of A is equals to 11, B is equals to 34, but it will wait as much as you enter, whatever you do on the output screen. It will wait for the third number to be inputted. Okay. Is it clear now? So
Yes.
you need to make sure if you are declaring three variables with C in, you need to input three values. If you are inputting if you are declaring four values, then you need to input four values. But look at question number 16, what is happening? You are declaring two values, but you are inputting three values. How is it going to work? In this case, A will take the value of 46, which is your integer data type. Z will take the value of 32.4, but the 0.68, the number 68 is going to be put in a temporary file. It will wait for the next cycle, next C in to run. That's why they said 68 is held for the later input. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We are clear. Same as like
Yeah, ma'am.
number 15.
Yes, correct, right?
Loud and clear.
Now 17, you must see with 17 what is happening. You got two values, A and Z, but you are inputting only one value. How is my compiler is going to take? A is declared as integer data type. It will take the integer value, which is 78. And Z will take 0.049, which is your double value. Can you see that? Even though you inputted one value, but when you are declaring your variables, A is declared as integer data type. So hence it is going to take the value of 78 and Z will take your double value, which is left out 0.49. Okay. Are you clear, guys?
Sorry, miss.
Hmm.
Can I ask something? Miss, how do you see that A is an integer or Z is
Z
a
is
double?
it given to you on the top.
Oh, thanks, miss.
Okay. Let me ask you one question, right? Try to think for me. If A is I'm still on 79, right? Okay. I'm on 79, guys. Sorry, I'm on 17, question number 17. If I'm saying C in A is A and a Z, then instead of I'm saying Z, if I declared instead of Z, if I declared CH, what happens? Did you get my question? Question number
Yes.
17, I'm saying, I'm giving you C in, then A, then CH. What will be the values of A and CH? A is equals to what? Still 78 because it is going to take the integer value of your inputted value. Then CH is going to take the value of dot. Can you see that? It is going to take the value of dot. And then 49 is going to be held for the later input.
Okay.
Because you need to punch your keyboard to get a dot. Are you with me?
Yes, miss.
So hence, that is why it takes the value of dot and 49 is going to be held for the later input. Are you guys clear with that?
Yes, we
Yes,
are clear.
yes.
Okay.
It was
Okay. Point number 18, you got your CH. What is the value of going to be CH is equals to 2 because only one punch. You got 256 all in one number. It's an integer value. But my reading is first I'm declaring the value CH. So it is going to take the value of 2. And whatever is left out is going to be taken by A, which is your 56. Is that clear? Any doubts? Point number 18.
So, sorry, miss. Sorry,
Hmm.
isn't character it's supposed to say characters, but now it's taking like numbers.
Characters. What is a character, my dear? It is the characters from 0 to 9, capital A to capital Z, small a to small z. Any values that you got on the keyboard, all are characters. Doesn't matter if it is a number, letters, signs, ampersand, whatever it is. There are 256 keys on your keyboard. Every single punch is a character. So you are not defined by whether it's a letter or a digit or whatever it is. Every single punch on the keyboard is a character. Even a space is a character. Even enter is a character. Even shift is a character. Your control is a character. Your tab is a character. Your backspace is a character. Are you with me?
Yes, I'm clear now.
So that is why CH is going to take the value of 2 and A is going to take the value of 56. Point number 19, it's 256. A is going to take, because it's an integer data type, 256 is an integer, it is going to take the full value and it will wait for the computer to enter the CH value. Are you clear with that?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Simple, CH1 and CH2, which are characters, it is going to take the value of A and B. Okay, let's see the predefined functions, which is, let me take you to this. I'm still left with one more point, which is your failure state. I'm going to give you some examples based on that. Okay. So now let's talk about the mathematical calculations. There are three functions in C++ which are predefined functions. Predefined functions, which is your power. The next one is your, okay, it's not giving here. Let me go back. It's your power of x comma y. Then sqrt to calculate the square root of a number and the length of a function. Sorry, I can't write there. Length of a function. These are the predefined functions that are available in C++. In order for you to include all these three things, you need to make sure you include include CMath. You need to include CMath in this function. CMath header file. This is what it is. So you need to make sure that you must include CMath function in your C++ in order for you to use all these three functions, right? Power of x comma y is nothing but the exponential. If you wanted to calculate x to the power of 2, sorry, 2 to the power of 2, you are going to get an answer of 4. So how you are going to write? You will write power 2 comma 2. 2 comma 2. If it is a 2 comma 3, that means you are calculating 2 to the power of 3. Okay. So let's see this example. Can you view my screen, guys? In order for me to print all these values, first, this program is going to print the power of a number, square root of a number, and the length of a particular string. Okay. So in order for me to include these three functions, what I need is my CMath hash include CMath header file. So the rest of the things will be the same as we discussed in the earlier programs. You are declaring two variables, which is double u comma v and a string str. Now, when I declare the variables u comma v, that means you are declaring 8 comma 8. That means for 8 bytes of memory and v 8 bytes of memory, which is equals to already you got 16 bytes of memory allocated for this program to execute. Okay. Here, see out, it's going to print exactly the same, whatever is there in the double quotes on the screen, but it is going to calculate the value of 2 to the power of 6, which is going to return you the value of 64. Am I clear? Guys, am I clear up to here?
Yes, miss.
Then you also initializing the values for u and v to just to calculate the power. So here you are calculating the values u comma v. That means you are calculating 12.5 whole to the power of 3.0. This is what you are calculating in line number 4. Okay, in line number 4, you are calculating power of 12.5 whole to the power of 3.0. In line number 5, you are calculating the square root of 24.0. The beauty of these programs is predefined functions is you don't have to include only the integer values. You can include float or a double values in your power function or a square root of a function. Okay. The line number 7 is line number 6 is asking you for the value of 8.0 whole to the power of 2.5. So this is what you are calculating. Then in line number 8, you are initializing a value of str, which is declared as a string data type. String data type does not comes with any memory allocation, but the value that is assigned in a double quotes will determine the total number of bytes allocated for that particular string. However, in order for me to know that what is the length of that function, I'm going to use the function called str.length function. str, now you need to understand one more thing, str.length. Length is a function to calculate the length of this particular string, starting from p to plus, right? But this dot is nothing but is your special symbol, which we learned in chapter number 2, whose job is to combine a variable with a function. Just gonna rub off a few things. Okay, what is the job of a dot? Dot operator is to combine a variable with a function. Am I clear, guys? That is the job of your dot operator, which is a special symbol which we learned in the beginning of chapter number 2. Is there any question for this exercise? Anything that that is troubling you guys in this? I have explained you all these things. The only thing which I have not explained to you is this. Input failure. When you are inputting your values, what and when it happens to be your system goes into a failure state. That is what one of the most important question we need to answer. In order for me to answer this, let's go into the textbook and answer the questions from there. Okay. Are you okay, guys?
I think it's just gonna be clear when we do the practicals, when they're at the lab, other things, because now
that is true. That is true. That is why I asked you, can you be able to attend my classes or give me a time when I can do your lab session? Remember, just I asked you that question. That is the first question I asked you. I need a session for my labs. So let's hope for next week, Friday and Saturday, they give us our normal contact. Otherwise, we have to make some plans so that you guys can come to the campus and do the labs for me. Okay, let me go to the chapter 3 exercises and let us understand if we can think of the things properly or not, right? Let me go to the exercise. I'll share with you guys just now. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to take this contents onto the PowerPoint so that we can talk in depth to that. Give me 1 second, guys. That won't be long. I'm just trying to bring more things to it. Okay, can you see on my screen? Can you see my screen, guys?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
let's try to answer these questions. Okay, whatever I taught you just now, right? Let's try to answer. I'm not giving all, but from the exercise, chapter number 3, the back of the textbook, let's try to answer these questions. Mark the following statements as true or false. What is your output screen? Output stream, what I explained you. An output stream is a sequence of characters from a computer to the output device. Is it true?
Yes.
True.
Yes. True.
Perfect.
Yes.
Why? Because I
Yes,
said
true.
input is going to be from your input, which is your keyboard, to your CPU, and from CPU to output source. Output device is your output stream, right? Next one. To use C in and C out in a program, the program must include the header file IO string. Is it true or false?
Yes. True.
It's true.
True.
Third one, suppose pay is a variable of type double. So what am I declaring? Double pay, right? This is what am I declaring, isn't so? Then the statement C in pay implies input of a decimal number. Is it true?
True.
Can you start
Correct.
again?
It's a true because that's what you are saying, because double is a decimal value. So it's true. Next one, the statement C in length is same as is equivalent to length C in. Is it true?
False.
It's a false because this is a right statement, because you need an extraction operator first to get the values stored into the variable, right? This is the wrong way. So this is false. When the statement C in num1, num2 executes, then after inputting a number into the variable num1, the program skips all the trailing white space characters. Is it true or false?
True.
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 Very
True.
good. All right. Next one, to use the predefined function sqrt in a program, the program must include a header file which is called cmath. Is it true?
True.
Very
True.
good.
True.
So now can you see, as I'm teaching, I'm also doing with you guys the exercises, right? Now let's do more exercise based on this worksheets or the exercises that we have right now. From G onwards, I'm going to do later because I have not covered that with you guys, the concepts. Okay, let's move on to the question number 2. I wanted question number 2. All of you got this textbook, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now you must answer me this question, right? I'm just going to copy this and take it on to so that we can write the answers. So that we can write all the answers here. Can you see my screen, right?
Yes.
Okay, the question is given to you this. Suppose X, Y, Z are integer data types and CH is a character. Okay, now you are inputting the values 78, 86, 18, 40, hash, 42, and ampersand. Now you need to tell me what are the values that are going to store in X, Y, Z, and CH. Question number A.
X, it's 78.
X is equals to X is equals to 78, Y is equals to 86,
86.
Yes.
Z is
Z is
equals
equal
to
to 18.
CH is equals to.
And then character is equal to H. It's hashtag.
Good. It's going to be your hashtag. Are you clear with that?
Yes.
Yes.
Next one, B. What is the value it's going to take in CH?
CH. It's going
I'm
to
doing
7.
B. Good.
7 versus
18.
7.
Going to be 7 in a single quotes. Remember this quotes. Don't forget that you have to specify because a character is stored in a single quotes. 7. X is going to be 8.
8.
Y is going to be 86.
86.
Z is going to be 18. But the rest of the values are going to be held for the next input. Does it make sense to you?
Yes, miss.
Yes.
Because
Okay. Am I clear?
Yes.
Okay, let's take more questions from the same exercise. Okay, I'm still got one more question, which is your D. I'm just going to copy here. Okay, let's answer this question. Oh, sorry. Let's answer this question. What will be the answer for this?
X is 78.
X is 78. CH is going to be?
8, but within inverted commas.
Good, very good. Y?
And then Y will be 6.
Fantastic. Z will be?
And then Z will be 18.
Good. And the rest will be?
And the rest will wait for the
Next cycle to run,
yeah.
right? Are you clear with that, right?
Yes, yes, you are clear, ma'am.
Now let's do question number 3. Okay, let me take this question again back onto my screen. I'm doing it because of your, so that you don't need to use too much of data to view my screen. Okay, I hope you will see this, right? You can see this, right?
Yes.
Okay, suppose int1, int2 are integer variables and DEC1 and DEC2 are double variables, right? The rest you know that. Then what is the value that is going to stored in this? This is your input value 56.50, 67, 48, 62.72. Now give me the answers. DEC1, what is the value it's going to take?
DCE1 awards, miss.
DEC1. These are the values, input values given to you. These are the values given to you. These are the values given to you, right? Input values. Now, what is the value? Question number A. What is the DEC1 is going to take the value?
56.50.
Good, 56.50 because this is your double variable and this is your integer variable, right? Int1 is going to take the value of 67. Int2 is 48. This is 62.7.
Yes.
Clear, right?
Yes.
Let's see the next one. Are you clear, guys?
Yes.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay, next one.
It's 56.
56 is going to be the answer.
Very good, 56.
The second one.
Uh-huh.
DC1 .50.
0.50.
0.50.
Yes, that means this is going to take 0.50. DC2,
DC2 48.
67.0.
67.
very good, 67.0. And int1,
It's 48.
48. I think.
are you clear with this?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, let's do the C. DEC1,
56.50.
56.50, happy. DEC2,
It is
67.0.
67.0, very good. Int1,
it's 48.
48. Int2,
62.
62. What happens to the next element? 0.72.
It will wait for the next time.
Thank you. Are you clear with that?
Yes.
Okay. Now D, int1.
56.
Okay, 56. Then this DEC1,
0.5.
0.50.
0.50.
2,
It's 67.
67. DEC2, 48.0, right?
8.0.
The last one.
It's 56.
It's then all falls into a failure state.
Yeah.
Very good. That is
Yes.
what I am expecting you to answer. Because after 56, what is the value left for me? 0.50.
0.50.
But into 2 is an integer data type. So what does it meaning? That the input value does not match with the data declared or the variable declared. When it happens, it goes into your failure state. Am I clear to you guys? I said I did not explain your fail state or input failure. When your input value, for example, integer 2 is declared as a integer data type, but your inputting value is a double or a float or a character. When they both does not match together, then the computer goes into your failure state or input failure or error state. Does it make sense to you? Okay, now before I close this lesson today, I wanted to ask you one question. Please watch me what I'm going to ask you. Okay, let me add one more and I'm going to write something for you and I want you guys to answer this question for me, right? Am I allowed to trick you, right?
Yes.
Okay. Let us assume that I got int x is equals to 10, y is equals to 20, z is equals to 30, and w is equals to 15 semicolon. Can you see this, right? This I'm going to write w is equals to 15 in the next line. Okay. Then I'm saying C in x, y, z, and a w semicolon. Okay. In the first line, what am I doing? Declare and initialize, right? Are you with me, guys?
Yes.
What does it meaning? Declare and initialize meaning I got your x where 10 value is stored, your y 20 y value is stored, your z 30 value is stored, and your w 15 is stored, right? Are you clear up until here, up to this line?
Yes. Yes.
Declare and initialize, right?
Yes.
But now I'm again saying that C in X, Y, Z, W. That means I'm saying again input the values of these 4 variables, all right?
Yes.
So my input value is 10K. Okay, let me say 20K, 15, and a 30. This is my inputted values. Okay. How is my C is going to take the values?
X equal to 20.
So,
X is equals
sorry,
to.
Miss.
Yes, ma. Yes, dear.
What did you write there? Is 20
K,
K.
15, 30.
20 is for X and
Okay.
15.
Wait. When you got 20, what happens to your previous value? It is going to be discarded, right? Don't forget that.
Yes.
Then what will be your K value is going to be assigned to who?
Why?
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 Yes.
Why? Because Y is declared as an integer data type, but now the input value is a character. How is Y is going to take the value of K? Are you with me?
Pardon, Miss?
Are you with me what I'm saying? Y is declared as an integer data type and I'm inputting the value as a character data type. Are they both matching together?
It's gonna fail,
No.
man. It's gonna fail.
It's going to fail,
Fail.
but
Yes.
it's going to go into the fail state, but my system is not going to go into the fail state. The minute it sees this, the inputted values are going to give me an error. It reverts back to its original values, which is 20, 30, and 15. It will not revert back. It will not give you the statement. It's a failure state because it has already the values which are initialized in the beginning. It is going to go back and take the values. So what will be?
So, ma'am, what you're saying now is if as soon as it fails from K, the other values is still gonna fail. Still not gonna carry on with the system.
No, it won't take. Once the system fails with the input value, all these are obsolete.
All the others are
Yeah,
discarded. All right.
Yes, discarded, and it will revert back to its original values, which is 20, 30, and 15, which are you have initialized in the beginning.
All right, noted, man.
Okay. So this is your failure state. In the next class, I will stop here and I will ask you guys to do the exercise for me. Just try, because I have given you an idea of how to answer, right? This question I'm going to do with you. Question number 4, very important. I have not covered the concept with you. But what I wanted you guys to do is question number 5, question number 6, question number 7, question number 8. I wanted you guys to answer. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, it's the same thing what I have done so far, right? So please do those questions. Then the rest of the things we'll do in the next class. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
All right. I'm going to post your recording. Give me 1 second while you guys are still here. Please don't go away. I'm going to post these ones. Okay. Just confirm whether you received. I'm going to post it onto the WhatsApp group just now. The link for my Google Drive. I want a confirmation from you guys. Let me stop the recording.